very embarrassing. I done called some women out straight up out their names.
The experiences that you have at that point is just a little bit too much for me.
The B word on camera. I done said all kind of stuff, extremely divisive stuff. And a lot of it was because I was just learning some of this information. So everything was new to me. Who wants you? Who wants you? You're right. Like once you have achieved these things, you have unfortunately disqualified yourself. So I do want to apologize to any of the women that I have offended by any of the things I've stated in the past. It's no excuse. I've since learned from my mistakes, and there's a certain way that I'm gonna communicate on our platform and anybody else's platform moving forward.
Hey, do that clap. Do the clap. Do the clap.
So, first of all, hey everyone, it's Samantha here. First, I want to applaud all the black women that spoke out against this black male, because I feel like black men think that they can come out and say whatever they want because they are used to living in a black male worshiping culture. Their mothers let them get away with murder. Cops let them get away with murder. A lot of women, including black women, let them get away with murder. And for the longest time, a lot of black women thought that black males were oppressed. So we took it easy on them. We felt sorry for them. We marched for them. We're in the streets fighting for them to have freedom that they clearly already have. So I'm really, actually, honestly surprised and really happy to see black women seeing black males for what they truly are and looking past their skin tone, their looks, their money and success, their fame, because it's time for a change. Black women have been the epitome of grace and strength for the black race for as long as the black race has ever existed. And that didn't stop, even though for 400, 500 years, black women were enslaved right along with the black males. And then you had Jim Crow, and we all know the story, mass incarceration, etc., etc., etc. And through all of those travesties, black women still stood by black males. And I just don't see anything in history that warrants that type of loyalty. And so I do think it's time for a reckoning, as Cynthia G has said. Shout out to Cynthia G. She is the GOAT. You know, she said so much that literally has saved black women's lives, has educated us. And I feel like that's why she is constantly attacked. Her channel is constantly attacked because what she's saying is so important. And it's been so revolutionary. Like, it really has changed women's the entire way of thinking about black males and our quote unquote black love relationships. And so him coming out and apologizing about stuff he said, I think they said his name was Ryan's apology, I feel like it's a start. I'm not going to tell people to change, unlike black males. I'm not going to tell people to change and then not give them room and like just space to see where that growth goes, right? So I'm going to give you some room to see where this goes. You started with your apology. It would be nice if you apologize to the women you disrespected directly. I don't think any black male has any room anywhere in their face to speak negatively or disrespect a black woman, especially when they are raised by only a black woman. So your black dad rolled out on you. You would have been dead or in an orphanage or foster care and having worse being done to you if your mother did not keep you and stay by your side. And people just assume that moms have to do this. That's what's exhausting, is all the assumptions when it comes to women, all the belittling and the degradation of women's labor, women's contribution to society, to our families, to our race. They're huge. They're huge. So you're not going to belittle what we bring to this world. I don't care who you are, what you think you have over others. I don't care who you are. I don't care. I do not care. Because really, who are you? You're not God. So belittling someone, and the only person who was on your side, the only person who covered you, protected you, provided for you, loved the fuck out of you, I'm pretty sure, was your black mom. Dudes like this should come out of their childhood homes with the utmost respect for black women. They should, but this is what Cynthia G said exactly. It doesn't matter how you try to raise your son, because he looks like he was well raised. But it seems like the black culture just snatches our black sons and just destroys them, completely can corrupt them, until they're coming out sounding like just any other raggedy ass, washed up rapper. And it's like, what was the point? What was the point of raising you, like taking care of you? Like, why didn't I abandon you too? Because you're basically, it's just a slap in the face. And it's not good enough for black males to be like, well, I treat my mom well, or I treat my sisters well, or whatever. It's not good enough. It's just not. You need to treat all black women well, like black women treat all black males well. It doesn't matter if you're my brother or a stranger. We're always taking care of everyone, and we're over it. And I feel like these apologies, and by the time black men change in a real meaningful way, black women are going to be gone. We're going to be gone. And it's sad that that's what it's going to take for black males to finally realize the gift that was bestowed upon them by God is our absence. But by the time that happens, I'm telling you right now, black males, by the time black women walk away, that is going to be God's doing. Because when things happen naturally, like, no one has to convince us to walk away. No one has to persuade us to walk. We are literally running from you all because you're so awful at this point. The way you talk about us, the way you treat us, the way you unalive us, the way you portray us on media, rap videos and rap music everywhere. We're over it. We're beyond over it. And you all have been getting away with it for so long, for some reason, I guess because the boomer generation just like was so whipped up by black males they couldn't get out of the black male worship. I have no clue what the fuck they were doing. But this is a new day. Millennial generation women aren't here for it. Gen Z is, if we're not here for it, Gen Z women and Gen Alpha girls, you already know. You already know. And I don't even have to tell you, because I can already say with my own eyeballs, I see way more black girls dating outside their race. And at this point, you all can say whatever you want, but it does not matter anymore. Every black male should know, just like R. Kelly said while his ass is in prison right now for degrading black women and black girls. But one thing he said was right. When a woman is fed up, there is nothing you can do about it. I don't know if you all have enough time to try to turn the ship around. I think it's too late. I think y'all have lost us. And I think it's too little too late. Because even if it's not too late for you and you're doing it, there's not enough of you apologizing. It's not enough of you changing. And a real apology is us seeing it in your behavior. So I don't know when this apology was recorded, when this video was uploaded, but I do know that one of the most recent interviews you all had on someone else's channel, we reviewed it on Themis and Thought, or Toth. The woman was in an orange jumpsuit with no shoes. And I want to say Tyshawn was in jean shorts for whatever reason. That was extremely problematic. That interview, I don't know how old it was, but I don't think it was that old. I think it was done this year. And from that interview, I didn't see much change. I saw a lot of misogyny and a lot of, patriarchy, essentially. The way you were talking about Darius Jackson, who literally put hands and feet on Keke Palmer not too long ago. You were on the wrong side of that conversation. You were siding with him more than you weren't. And it's like, it's not enough. It's not enough. This apology is just not enough for me. I don't know. I'm not going to say, oh my gosh, like you all are so used to doing the least and getting the most for the least that you think, oh, I'm going to come out with this little whack ass apology and black women are going to fall on my feet. No, we're not. We're not. I don't even know why I'm subscribed to you, to be honest. Like, I just, at this point, like, it's like, why even pay attention to what black males have to say? Why pay attention? Because the behaviors never change. Your way of thinking, even if you can manage to come up with some words to push out of your mouth that sounds good, your behavior is still the same as every other raggedy ass dude before you. It's just tired. Same old tired behavior. And we're done. Everyone's awakening. Black people realize, I don't know what we've been doing for so long, sleeping our asses off apparently, because we have realized that the Democrats have been doing nothing for us forever. The Congressional Black Caucus is a joke. Black males and black love is a joke. We're just in a new day. And while I can say, you know what, I appreciate you having some kind of, like, I guess, respect for apologizing to black women, the reason why I can't really be, like, overjoyed about it is because a lot of guys just lie and lie and lie, and they think they can do things like this, and black women are just going to be like, oh my gosh, he apologized. You can see in the comments that we're not sold on it because we've been lied to for way too long. I feel like black males have a long way to go before they can convince me and a lot of black women out there, because I see the comments, that you all have changed or that any black male is even capable of changing. Because it would literally, it's like white supremacy. I can always connect the two. It's the way, like, they say that the Jewish Holocaust came out of, like, slavery that happened in America. Like, a lot of the things Hitler did was like what they did in here in America during slavery. That's how I feel about black male patriarchy culture. I feel like you got a lot of talking points and ideologies from white supremacy. So I can always correlate the two. It always can harken back to feeling like white supremacy, but except this guy's black and I gave birth to him. We're giving birth to you all. We're covering you all. We're taking care of you. We're marching for you. We're protecting you. We're fighting for you. That's the difference. I would expect a white person or someone of any other race to hate me and talk badly about me. Like, I expect that. But for my own black male, and at this point, with all the evidence and just watching the videos, doing the research, seeing the research that's been done by the likes of Cynthia G and other black women empowerment channels, I have to say that it would literally have to be an entire overhaul of black culture for me to believe that any of you have changed. You would have to get rid of the raggedy ass rap music, the gangster movies, the treatment of women, these misogynistic black, what do you call those, black incel and black red pillars channels. You cannot be quoting on your interview or being caught like almost like revering a Kevin Samuels, like, oh yeah, he was right, even if he said a few right things. Like the overall like epitome of him was that he was extremely disrespectful of black women. You cannot be quoting people who harmed those people and be like, oh well, I can see some good sides in him. I mean, you might as well be Trump, where you said there's evil on both sides or something like that. That's not good enough. That is not good enough. You don't try to balance me with that evil. I will never be in the same category as a Kevin Samuels. No black woman. You can barely put, you can't. Most of us are doing what we're doing out of pain, out of necessity, out of true desire to educate black women and girls and children to save our race. It's just like when black people fight against racism and people try to say, oh, you're being racist or prejudiced. I have a right, a God-given right. I don't need you to give it to me. Not ever in life. I do not care. I have a God-given right to protect myself and my children and my loved ones. You fixed nothing. Ryan by himself is not enough to fix the black manosphere. It's just not enough. And I know people are going to be like, well, what's the point of him? What's the point of any man saying whatever? No, I don't give a shit what you say. I want to see action. Action speaks louder than words. I want to see men band together, like come together like they did when they were fighting for white women and wanting to marry them. I want them to come together and take their ass to the Supreme Court and end all the misogyny. The misogynistic music, the misogynistic videos, all this stuff, all the misogynistic YouTube channels that harm women and girls because of the stuff people spew is hate speech. Until I see real action go behind it, I'm just not convinced. I'm not convinced. And it's your fault, Ryan. You're the same as Tyshawn and whoever else, all the other black males. Like, it's all you all's fault why I and many other black women are not convinced by your apology. And I know people say, well, he shouldn't apologize at all. Whatever works. If that's how quick you want to come back from that and be like, well, shit, I shouldn't even apologize, then you haven't changed much, have you? That's all I'm saying. So make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.